Hi guys. Um, Lots going on. Today is Sunday, December 15th. And we are currently in a full moon. And the full moon is from Gemini. The moon is in Gemini, the sun is in Sagittarius. So, then on top of that, Mercury, which has been retrograde since the beginning of December, is now turning direct. So you could have been feeling foggy, unclear. Things could have been up in the air. Maybe you changed some things and now you feel them changing back. That would be Mercury coming out of retrograde. It'll take about 3 days. So like Wednesday, we will be probably moving in full forward motion. So anything that you've been waiting to start until Mercury retrograde ended should be good to go Wednesday, possibly Thursday, just to make sure you're out of it. The shadow period will last until I think the end of December, beginning of January. So if you wanted to, really wait until things are cleared and you had some time, then I would wait until the beginning of January. I was going to say the beginning of the new year, but I don't see January as the beginning of the new year. I actually see March as the beginning of the new year. And that's because that's nature. It's called spring. The spring equinox is, to me, a new year. I've never understood the whole January 1st is the new year thing. It just doesn't make any sense. And when you're trying to do like resolutions, you're doing resolutions. If you wait until the beginning of the year to do a resolution, which is absolutely ridiculous, just saying, if you're not going to start something today or tomorrow, then you're not going to do it on the first of the year either. Anyway, a lot of people make resolutions in January, for the new year, but it's cold. We're only a month into winter. A lot of those resolutions are like, get in shape, work out, eat right, do all those things. But you're starting it in the middle of winter and you can't quite figure out how come it's not working. Well, put off your resolutions. You can, if you want to insist that January 1st is the beginning of the new year, that's fine. But put off your resolutions, at least your, diet and exercise ones, your, health ones, until spring. In the spring, you have fresh fruits, you have vegetables, you have, more abundant supply of things that you need for a change in lifestyle, and you have better weather. And people who live in colder climates, I mean, our weather can be kind of crazy during the spring months, but it's crazy in the sense that, not in the sense like right now, we just got snow and it's been difficult to get outside because of the snow. But in the springtime, there's shorter intervals. It's like you get a hailstorm, but you can still go outside and go to the park or go run, walk, do whatever you do. So I don't know, for me, diet, exercise, those kinds of things, if you are really trying to get into doing that. Personally, I think if you're going to do that, tomorrow would be the best time to do it, regardless of what time of the year it is. Don't put it off until, you know, some future date, because if you do that, then you're always putting it off for a future date, right? If you're not going to start something right now, you're not going to do it at the first of the year or in spring or any other time. So just do what it is you want to do for your health and happiness. Okay. So anyway, we have the new moon, or no, we have the full moon, Sagittarius to Gemini. We have Mercury turning direct, and the full moon is also conjunct Jupiter. Now, Jupiter is actually retrograde, which usually diminishes its abundant power, but Jupiter is all about making things bigger. It's about abundance. It's about making things larger. So it's the planet of luck, and it rules Sagittarius. So it is currently transiting in the sky in Gemini. So it also has mutual reception. Because Jupiter is actually ruled by Sagittarius, so it's opposing Sagittarius, but it's in the sign of Gemini. And it is conjunct the moon, which is also in Gemini, and it is opposing the sun because it's a full moon, which is in Sagittarius. So, yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's very good stuff. There's a bunch of other stuff going on too. But those are the things that I woke up today thinking about. And as far as how that affects each individual person, you would have to run your chart. You would need your date of birth, your place of birth, and your exact time of birth. So if you can get that, typically it's on your birth certificate. If your parents are not alive, if they've passed, then you can get them from your birth certificate or the hospital records. If you can do exact time, that is the best way to do it. If you're guessing, it is only going to be a guess. The only thing that's going to be accurate about it is going to be your outer planets, because those are generational, and your sun sign. And the rest of it will be just literally a guess. So try to get your exact time. You can run free charts pretty much anywhere. There's astro.com is usually the chart that or the service that I use. And if you get a MyAstro account and then run your chart, it's free for the MyAstro account and the chart. And then if you want to get services like daily horoscopes based on your particular chart, then you can do that. Anyway, the reason that I recommend doing that is so that you know, like for me, well, you know where or what areas are affected in your chart. So let's look at the United States has a Sagittarius rising. So the United States would be first house, I believe. And the first house is the house of the self and how people see you. So right now we have this little drone thing going on, so people are seeing us kind of in a funky way. Anyway, and then so we've got the sun in Sagittarius, we've got the moon in Gemini. It's on the ascendant line, but it's not conjunct the ascendant line. It's actually 1st through to 7th. So that is that self house of the self is the first, and the house of partnerships or relationships is the seventh. So yeah, yeah, I'm not even gonna go there. The affirmation for today is, it is safe to be who I am. We got this. I think beginning of, I don't even know where we are. We're at Sunday. So it was like early this last week. We got this like Tuesday or Wednesday, I think. It is safe to be who I am. And that comes out a lot of times in conjunction with somebody feeling like they are not free to express themselves exactly who they are. Meaning, maybe, maybe you feel a certain way and you don't feel comfortable sharing how you feel with people around you. It's actually really common. We get into groups of people, and the group hive mindset gets stuck in one thing, and all of a sudden, one person is looking at things in a different way. They're maybe waking up, maybe seeing things for what they really are. The rest of the group doesn't see that. And unfortunately, the one who does see it, who wakes up first, is the one who is, ostracized, you know, treated poorly, laughed at, joked at, and then you find out, 6 months later that they were right on the money. But of course, nobody will go back and tell them, oh, you were right, and I was a jerk. Anyway, it is safe to be who I am. So I if you well, I'm not going to even go there. This is really interesting. This is a really interesting read. I haven't even looked at the read yet. We're going to muddle through on it together. I was going to look at it before I started, and I totally forgot. The self-care card for the day is connection. And I love this picture. It's connect with someone special. A loved one is gift treasure. And I have to agree. And there's really not much more I can say on that, except for there's a lot about connection in today's read. So there's some stuff going on with new relationships, a lot of relationship endings too. I gotta tell you. Okay, so the angel card for today, or the angel message, is transformation. Moment by moment, you are transforming. The great love that holds you in its embrace inspires and supports you to ever greater light, ever deeper oneness, and ever burgoying, burgeoning. I don't know how to say that. Wisdom. Yeah, I have no idea what that word is or why it's there. And then the word of the day is grief. So I actually feel like a lot of these beginning cards are coming out because of things that are going on in this read. And there does seem to be a whole lot of grief. Somebody is struggling, having a hard time. Okay, and then the angel Arium. Let me put away my Palo Santo. Oh, by the way, Palo Santo, incense, cards, anything you guys want in the shop. And down below there's links to everything. So the Angel Arium card These are the Angelariums, and I just did an unboxing video on this, and we do carry these. So if anybody's interested, again, links in the description, and the unboxing is under products. Um, so the card today is Yesod, and this is root and connection, and it's one of the coolest pictures. And of course, that is the picture that they use on the outside or the cover. Absolutely beautiful. So that is the angel Yesod, root and connection. The ninth emanation, the foundation that supports the world and forms the gateway between the spiritual and the physical. Yesod is the medium through which we experience the tree of life. Upon his shoulders rests the sky, and all that lies beyond it runs through his fingers. We stand at this doorway and peer through, seeking answers to our nature. Through the indigo orb, a gateway appears. Yeah. The center is mesmerizing. As a single column, again, the flow of energy through the tree only moves downward. Yesod is the last stop before moving into the fully physical realm. He is the looking glass through which we examine ourselves. This is found in New Life, Speech, and a Doorway. Yesod is the last stop before moving into the fully physical realm. He is the looking glass through which we examine ourselves. And Yesod is right here, right above Malkuth. So that would be, I don't know. No, I don't know. I was going to say it's connected to a chakra, but I don't know what one. Okay. So the read, we're going to have to go through this. The only person that came out of this entire read is the King of Pentacles, and I think this happened yesterday. So I don't think this is the King of Pentacles whose read it is. I think it's somebody else's read. I don't know if it's particularly masculine or feminine, but I can see that whoever it is trying to stop the King of Pentacles from falling in love. A look at the King of Pentacles shows that he's very connected to Source currently. That he has the lovers coming in the near future, very near future. And they're trying to convince him that there is no perfect partner, that perfect partner doesn't exist. And I think this was in the read yesterday in a very similar fashion, only the King of Pentacles was actually in the what to do category, where today he is in the subconscious mind of whoever this reading is about. In the reading itself is not good. The situation is the moon, and the moon is typically bad energy, bad juju. It can mean a time of separation, which I kind of get that might be the case. But I'm not really sure what's separating from what. So we're going to have to pull. We have the Wheel of Fortune in the past, which is a change in fortune, and it is upright, so it was a normal progress, change. We have some sadness, despair, um, crying, you know, uh, not like sleepless nights, not feeling good mentally, emotionally, whatever. And that is actually in the intention. So I don't know who this reading is about, first of all. I kind of feel like it might be female energy. But once we start digging into it, we'll see. um, and then the challenge is that this person, whoever this person is, they are either at the bottom, at the absolute worst that they can possibly be, or they are trying to get somebody there. And I don't know if it's this King of Pentacles or somebody else, but it's like this person, because of the intention card and the fact that the challenge card, like this right here, you got 10 swords in your back. You're down on the ground, laying down. It can't get any worse. Okay, this is absolutely horrible. This is like somebody has really hurt you and made you feel like crap, and you just don't even have the strength to get up anymore. This is as low as you can go in feeling. You feel absolutely horrible. But this is the challenge. It's not the situation. The situation is the moon, which is illusions, which is a time of separation. It is there is some separation that's happening. I'm not really sure exactly who's separating, but I know that there is some time limit here. There is a time limit on whatever this person is trying to do. Okay, the challenge is this. So they are trying to get somebody in this energy. This is the intention. So here's the challenge, here's the intention. The Nine of Swords in the reverse, there's a little bit of a recovery, but not really. I mean, this is still bad. This is, crying, despair, feeling bad. Um, you know, there's not a whole lot of, it could be a bit of recovery, but it's still a bad card. It's not like, it's the Five of Swords or the Three of Swords, or, well, even the Three of Swords might be better. But, so, the moon. Explain the moon. Okay, so it looks like there's some karma involved. So somebody was in a place in the past where they, I don't know, like they made wrong decisions. They had mental confusion. Their judgment was clouded. They didn't know exactly what they were doing. They had no clarity on something. It was as if there was a fog around them and the decisions that they were making or the choices that they were making. And that it shows change in the past. And now they're in regret. And they're feeling some stagnation and some delusion and disconnection. And they know, I believe they know, that there is karma playing out. If karma is not already playing out, it is coming. It is on its way. I believe it's already playing out. And the reason why I think it's already playing out is because there's all this, the swords activity and this bad energy. So, bad decisions in the past, clouded judgment. They made a change that they're not happy that they made. They're thinking that maybe the change that they made was a bad move, and that I don't know. I think they're trying to do this to somebody else. I don't know who they're trying to do this to, but for it to come up in the challenge, or it could be, I don't think so. I think it's somebody else. It is somebody else that they are trying, this person is trying to make feel bad. I don't know if that is verbally. I don't know if they're writing something. I don't know if they are sending energy to this person, but they're trying to do damage to someone. And this King of Pentacles has something to do with it. So I don't know if it's a situation where somebody's trying to, what was it yesterday? Yesterday we had a King of Pentacles who was married, and he was trying to get some woman, he was trying to, you know what? But I don't think this is the same King of Pentacles. It could be. Could very well be, because we did have the same thing. We had the dream was, okay, so we had two women. We had a Queen of Pentacles, which I believed was, oh, and we didn't know who the other woman was. So we must be reading that same woman, because instead of it being under what to do, it's now under subconscious. And it's showing very similar cards to what we saw yesterday. But I'm wondering now, the way this is set up, if I think the Queen of Pentacles was the wife. But maybe it was a future wife, because it's showing in this one that the lovers hasn't happened yet, that the lovers is in progress, and they're trying to convince him that she is not the one for him. So I am thinking the Queen of Pentacles that we saw yesterday in this read was actually somebody he's getting ready to marry, not somebody who, and they don't want him to marry her. They don't want him to marry this woman. So let me think. I don't know. They're trying to convince it. They've got conditioning in the outcome, and they've got the partner or the dream, which is all about how nobody else can make you happy. You are the only one that can make you happy, and you should stop looking to other people to make your happiness happen. So I don't know. Anyway, whatever happened yesterday is now in the back of this person's mind. This is a female energy, and she is trying to do damage to somebody, and karma's coming. Karma is playing out here, but I don't think it's playing out in her favor. I think it's going to play out against her. The future shows an emotional financial roller coaster. So sometimes it can mean making a decision between two things. Maybe sometimes it can mean balancing things, but it can also mean it's financial and it's emotional and it is not abundant. It is not prosperous. It is an energy of having and not having, and you're trying to play with the energy to make sure that you get things taken care of when they need to get taken care of. It is a lack mindset type of energy, but it can also just signify the need to balance or balancing things. In the what to do category, it's saying no new beginning. Do not go for a new beginning. Don't start a new beginning. And of course, the King of Pentacles came up in the reverse, which is a greedy, overindulgent, gluttonous, not successful, not wealthy, manipulative, spends way too much money type of thing. King of Pentacles here, King of Pentacles here. So what to do? What to do? Focus in the past. Queen or King of Pentacles in the reverse. You know what? I think this is the same energy. And I think over here, this is yeah, over here, I think this is what this person is thinking about this guy based on some of yesterday's read. And on this one, it shows him being very overconsumption, so drugs, alcohol, food, um, sleep, gluttonous, overindulgence, overindulging in something. Maybe like, oh, you know what? This might be the Queen of Pentacles from yesterday. I bet this is the Queen of Pentacles. And this was the King of Pentacles' husband. Yep. That is who's here. This Queen of Pentacles, who was the husband, and the husband was looking at the star. He was, he had a lustful thing about this star, but they were on their way to getting divorced, and it looks like they're not going to be getting back together anytime soon, but they are showing him as having a lover in the near future. So nothing's stopping him. Nothing is stopping him. And that might be just her thinking that he will end up with somebody in the very near future. So that explains why there's a change in the past. Karma being playing out. Time for separation. So they're not actually separated. It looks like maybe, I think yesterday I was trying to determine whether or not they had actually separated. But it looks like they have not separated. And there's a lot of despair and a lot of lot of pain in regards to um, this divorce. The death card here is basically saying there will be no new beginning for this Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is not going to go back to the King of Pentacles, but it's Mercury retrograde. I think I talked about that yesterday. And a lot of times when you make decisions, I don't know when this decision was made, I just started kind of tapping into this energy. So I don't know when this decision was made, but if it was made before, like between December 1st and December and today, or actually Wednesday, this coming Wednesday, then it would have been within Mercury retrograde. It could even fall in the shadow, which would put it back to about the 15th of November. Anyway, that's kind of the cycle. So to say there will be no new beginning, it's possible there won't be, but there may be more to this separation or this divorce than this Queen of Pentacles is realizing. Because it's going to play out. It's going to be the final chapter. So there would have been something that happened in this relationship like October-ish, somewhere around in there. And then in November, it would have hit max, or no, it would have happened November, beginning of November, end of October, beginning of November. Then it would have been hitting max velocity anytime in the last couple of weeks. And then Mercury will turn around and it will go past one more time, and that is the reconciliation stage. That is the final stage. So the yes, we're getting divorced, or no, we're not getting divorced, doesn't happen until that stage. And that will be sometime around the end of the year, beginning of next year. So hopefully we'll see this again and we can see what happens. The emotional financial roller coaster would be very classic of a divorce, of two people going through a divorce. Finances have to be split up, and you're emotional because you've been married to somebody, you said vows to somebody, and you gave your heart to someone, and they turned out to be someone you didn't expect. So it's kind of explanatory or expected that you would feel very emotional and probably up and down. I think that's normal with any breakup or separation, where you have periods where you feel positive and you have periods where you feel negative, right? Okay, so the what to do is that this guy, she is thinking that he somewhere along the line, like he used to focus, he used to be very focused. Now he's just kind of a gluttonous pig. He's lost his focus. He's not the King of Pentacles that she remembers him to be. Now he is the greedy, lazy, manipulative, loser King of Pentacles that she didn't think he ever would be. And she's letting him go because she doesn't think that he's going to recover. So I don't know if maybe something happened in this change that was back here that caused I'm not even sure if he knows what changed, but something changed in the past. um, what is it that they call it? Midlife crisis, maybe? Maybe that was it. Maybe he had a midlife crisis. No, I don't think, but it could be something like that. It could be there was a change, and it was he didn't have clarity on something. Oh, I wonder if maybe, you know what, this justice. Oh, oh. So this justice, I think, might be spiritual. Spiritual court, not physical court, not karma. Could be karma, but I think it's spiritual court. Um, because there is a high priestess in reverse in when I pulled on justice, it was a high priestess in reverse. High priestess in reverse can be somebody who, um, like somebody who practices dark arts, somebody who uh, does spells, um, could be professional, could be somebody who was hired um, to put a spell on. Um, yeah, it would be somebody who knows how to do that type of thing, and maybe they do it for clients who want things like that done. Uh, so I wonder, oh yeah, lying, cheating, stealing. So I wonder if that Queen of Pentacles had a spell put on her husband for cheating. Because yesterday it showed he was interested in a woman who was star quality, like somebody that he met at work or, in his profession. And today we're seeing the same type of thing, and it is talking about cheating, lying, cheating, stealing, and a uh, dark reversed high priestess. High priestess reversed is somebody who um, practices dark arts, and not a good financial partnership. So I'm thinking uh, this might have been somebody might have paid. Oh yeah, the devil's here. Working with hands, emotional roller coaster, the devil in reverse, which is bondage, sexuality, um, could be spells. So I am thinking that this guy was a cheater. He was a cheater. He was taking advantage of people, specifically the Queen of Pentacles, the wife. The wife got sick and tired of it. Looks like she might have paid somebody to put a spell on this guy. And he is now kind of a greedy, indulgent slob who she's not interested in maintaining a relationship with. He doesn't do anything. He consumes things. He's cold. He's stubborn. He's not successful anymore. And she wants him gone. So that would explain why the challenge, she's trying to cause him some serious freaking pain. She's trying to cause an ending. She's trying to cause this to be done and over with. And somehow I think the intention is she's trying to relieve her anguish. I think she's the one that's sitting up at night, uh, crying, stressed out. She's not sleeping. She's worried. She might be worried financially, although financially they look fairly stable with the exception of changes that happen normally during a divorce. So I think she is actually trying to relieve her own suffering by divorcing this guy. And I think the lovers in the near future is her saying there will be another one. There will be another person that he ends up with. Like she knows that he's always done it, and she can't stop it, and she doesn't want to do it anymore. She's done. She wants an end with no new beginning. She does not want to repair the relationship. In the environment, it shows no reflecting on the past, I think, is what this is saying. So, might be her, might be him. There is some defensiveness, there is some conflict, somebody trying to win no matter what. They are resentful. There was no change. So this looks like here what they're talking about is that it has happened many times before. It has happened over and over and over again. And that nothing that she attempted or that they attempted worked. There was no change in the behavior at all. And now it is it's creating a lot of problems. It's creating a lot of fights and competition, conflict, and in the near future, or in the near future in the environment, it shows that basically that person, which it could be other people involved, that there's delays, there's cancellation, there's bad news, there's loss of motivation, but it basically means that you need to know that you have the power to go for it, to do whatever it is you want to do. So it might be her having second thoughts through this Mercury retrograde. But I don't see second thoughts. I don't see a change. I see some struggle, some situation that's going to get in the way, that is going to possibly put it off for a bit. And then in the greatest hopes and fears, we have the lovers. So I'm going to say that's probably I don't know, maybe a hope that he'll fall in love with somebody and run off. No, I'm thinking maybe it's a fear that they'll decide that they love each other and they'll stay together. And in the end, or in the outcome, it shows weakness, and the weakness that's, yeah, heartbreak in the past, lying, fast communication, fighting. Um, yeah, this looks like money issues. So there was heartbreak and suffering in the past. There's confusion, um, repressed emotions, blocked intuition. There's lies, restlessness, enthusiasm. Well, innovation, planning, patience, thinking before speaking. So a little good news on the um, mental energy, but um, there's impatience, um, big changes, communication, can be fights uh, on what to do. She's actually thinking that it needs to happen fast because of financial problems, bankruptcy, financial loss, lack of resources. So financially, they're on a weak path. They don't have a whole lot of money and they don't have a whole lot of time to be screwing around. So that's why she wants to um, get this done as quickly as possible. And he shows like he just wants to stay in the relationship because he doesn't want to hassle with it. He just wants to stay married and just cheat and have whatever he wants to do. He wants to just stay married. He doesn't think they should probably, I don't know, spend money on a divorce. Why waste the time? Why waste the energy? You know, why bother? So we'll watch that. We'll see what happens. If it comes up again, I'm going to actually probably ask for it to come up again because now I'm interested and I want to know what's going on. Okay, so runes. Leading again on runes, we've got one alchemy. This alchemy is vinegar. Right? It's not that one. Yeah, it's vinegar. Transformation, purification, spiritual growth, cleansing, renewal, protection, a call to awareness, suffering, sacrifice, and salvation. That pretty much describes this whole and entire situation here. And then we have Neptune, I believe. Yes. Great dissolver, personal, love, spiritual art, beauty, love, fantasy, illusion. Delusion, collective unconscious, spirituality, and mysteries. Now, you notice it said the collective unconscious. Those are going to be the people that have absolutely no idea what's going on ever. And then we have the number 1212. All right, 1212 is balance, harmony. Oh, here. Here's the vinegar symbol. Here is the Neptune symbol. And 1212 is the number. And no, it is 12, 12. Okay. I was thinking it was 12, 1, 2, 2, 2. Anyway, lots of 12s I've been seeing. 12, 12, 1, 2, 2, 2. I don't know. There's been a lot of ones and twos in numbers lately. Balance, harmony, cooperation, spiritual growth, self-reflection, inner alignment, staying positive, staying focused, stronger connection in love. Oh my. So possibly the divorce doesn't happen. There's a stronger connection in love attached to this. And then what do we have? We had connection, we had transformation, we had what was the angelarium? Connection again. This is Yesod, root connection. That is connection in the self-care cards. There is grief, but there's a lot of grief going on over here. And a transformation. Not an ending, but a transformation. So I'm thinking that these people are probably not going to end up divorced. I don't see it happening. Okay, the Black Moon astrology card for the day is Leo, I will. It is better. Oh, and that Black Moon astrology, I think I'm going to do an unboxing today. I did an unboxing, but it didn't work out well, so I ended up deleting it. But I've been working on unboxings so you can see cards and ones that I'm messing with there. And then on the unboxing video, you can click, like if you look down in the description, it'll say where you can purchase this. And it's a direct link to that particular item. So you don't have to go through the whole web page or search for what you're looking for. It goes directly into to that item so you can purchase if you want those cards. Okay, so Leo, I will. It is better to be looked over than overlooked. Mae West. This is a card of honor and strength. Proud and strong. Those born under the sign of Leo are all about integrity. They are ruled by the sun, which is a light and a force we cannot live without. We would be left in darkness like the sun. Leos are warm and vital personalities. They intend to make their mark on the world, have a secret wish to be admired, and they want their time on earth to mean something. Not willing to be another link in the chain, Leos want to stand apart from the rest. Some may be known for their dramatic beauty, while others are clowns, or at least the life of the party. The sign of Leo reigns over children, creativity, the stage, or public arena. Leos make great actors, television workers, book publishers, artists, salespeople, and posers. What they do must count and be unique. To overlook a Leo brings about great resentment in him or her, but generally, Leos are too proud to ever say so. When the Leo card comes up in a reading, expect to be at the center of something and be recognized. It may be to do with awards, a television appearance, or a conference, or a public forum, or any place that people gather. Your talents are about to be singled out for special recognition. Creativity should be part of this endeavor. Children or youth or the young at heart may figure in too. This is a time to stand out and making sure you are counted. You are going to be appreciated for your unique qualities. It is about to happen. Your life is soon to be filled with creative fun, optimism, youthful adventure. Since Leo rules the fifth house, this card can indicate romance entering your life. It will be generous, open, and playful. It may be a connection where you will have worked together on an idea or possibly ventures with a vision that will create new things for the public to enjoy. The way you appear to others is important now, and this card indicates growth in reputation and career. You may opt for a new look. If you are looking to change careers, something original to do with the public will be likely. If a job emphasizes team players, you will soon be one of the leaders. Whatever is happening, you're at the center of it, and it will be an adventure. This might mean being a bit of a gypsy, traveling, going with the flow, and trusting in your ability to make it all work out, and it will. The pleasure principle and temptation to spend a lot of money may also factor in. You could take a gamble and win, but show caution. You may experience strange or exotic circumstances where you will have to play king or queen. Your routine could come to involve changing hats and many different things and doing many different things. Odd or eccentric individuals may come your way. And if so, you may want to give them a chance so they could help advance your cause. This is a time of being spontaneous and living in the moment, and grand approach is necessary. It is a time to part the clouds and let the sun through. Be playful, be bold, and end up a winner because luck and light are on your side. The Leo card in brief is the spirit, personality, the heart, romance, the start of a romance, fun and crazy romances, romantic desires, flings, passions, the heart of the matter, grandiosity, that which is beautiful and makes a statement, creative invention, a work of art, or being individual. Cats, children, lots of noisy children. Lots of noisy children. The classroom, excitement, play, and where you go to play. Bars, nightclubs, music, concerts, theaters, circuses, parties, campfires, being with people while asserting your own unique personality, wanting to be the center of attention, the stage and screen, public persona, publicity, talent agents, being in the news, the ego, showing dignity, being honorable, problems with the upper spine and neck, heart palpitations, circulation issues, being there for others, breaking the ice, pride without arrogance. The corresponding tarot card for this is strength. And we got strength in reverse, which is weakness, as the outcome in this week. Key ideas: the individual, creativity, play, children, the stage, standing out, and the heart. And maybe that's the deal. Maybe this woman wants all that to come back. Maybe that's the problem. She doesn't. Nope. So I didn't even think about pulling on weakness, but the outcome is a divorce. It's tension, so they are going to make a decision. They are going to get a divorce. She is no better. uh, it's saying that he is um, very demanding, um, angry, abuses his power. Um, he's very controlling, he's very rigid. She is very self centered, might be a sociopath, jealous, extremely jealous, extremely manipulative. So I'm thinking these people are definitely getting a divorce. And it's showing the Four of Wands upside down, what to do. So she will be getting a divorce. And she's going to be really rude about it. Really rude. She hopes that she won't be too mean. But she doesn't want to do it anymore. She's done. She's definitely done. She's done with this. And he doesn't really care. So good luck. That's all I can say. Good luck. And just know that you don't need your person, your spouse, to agree to a divorce. Some people like to think that that is the case, that they have to have no. Uh, if you file for divorce and your spouse doesn't want to get a divorce, then you will pay more in lawyers and judges and attorneys and all those kinds of things, but you will still get your divorce. Uh, people can't hold you hostage. They can't make you their slave because you married them. You have the right to get a divorce. You have the right to change your mind. And your wife or your husband cannot tell you that you cannot do that. If you so choose to do that, you file the papers and you fight it out in court. And eventually, it may take some time. Uh, it might take a year, maybe a year and a half, depending on assets and children and all that kind of stuff. But you don't have to, you can have a manipulative spouse saying that they'll never get a divorce and you're screwed because you're not going to get the divorce. No, that is not the case. You go and you file for divorce and you serve them with papers and then you let the courts take care of it from there. But there is absolutely no way for another human being to hold you hostage in a marriage that you don't want to be in. If you are in that marriage and you are complaining and whining, and it's because you don't want to do the work to get out of the marriage. Your spouse can't keep you in a marriage that you do not want to be in. They can't say, I'm not getting a divorce, and just you never get a divorce. No, it's not how it works. So, unfortunately, if you are in that situation, uh, when it comes to divorces, if you both agree on everything, you agree on child support, you agree on the bills, you agree on the separation of property, then you just file the papers, and for the filing fee and the court fees, whatever those are, you can have a divorce. You don't need to go to court. You don't need to fight it out. All you need to do is be adults and work it out. Seriously, you got married. If you want a divorce, you need to both be adults and work it out and get your divorce. Or work work on the marriage, one or the other. But one person cannot hold you hostage. If you are in a marriage and you want a divorce and your husband or wife is saying, I'm not giving you a divorce, you go to the courts, you get the papers, you fill them out, you serve them, you serve the spouse with the papers, and you tell them that you need your signature. They have to respond. They either have to sign the papers agreeing to what you have set out in this paperwork, or they have to go to the courts, file a motion to respond to what you have filed, or get an attorney, and the process begins. But in the end, through negotiation, through time, and a lot of fighting, you will get your divorce. You will be granted your divorce. There is no such thing as, no, you don't get to have a divorce. So if you think you're stuck, you think you can't get out of a marriage, you think you're in that marriage, then you need to do some research. And that research doesn't include going to somebody who's going to tell you that it's going to cost you, X amount of dollars and a period of time. They don't know. They don't know, and they can't say that because it depends on every move that's made during the process. So if this is you want a divorce, this guy over here who overindulges and cheats on you doesn't want a divorce, it's not up to him. It's up to the courts. So file and start the process. Love and blessings.